Hello YouTube, welcome back to another modblog episode with me, FS Farmyard Dog. So today we have a pack of liftable bags for your pig food, seed and fertiliser. So I'll just show you in the shop what we're looking at. So it's in the pallet section and each bag costs £80 apart from the pig food which costs £120. None of them have daily maintenance and of course just a bag to stock for your farm, and they each contain 100 litres. So as opposed to the large in-game pallets that you need to lift up with a front loader or a wheel loader, these are liftable pallets by hand. Now it makes good use of the brand new function in the game. You've got your seed and your fertiliser, so I just thought it would be a good addition to show you how they work. So we'll start with the fertiliser. We've got a nice bag texture. It looks fairly realistic and it handles how you'd expect the bag to be lifted, sort of thing, with the shadow following, and the shaders are updated, so it's a nice model. You actually do walk over all of these objects, so they do have collisions, so they have thought about that, and you get the little icon to lift up. So aesthetically and visually they do work and look really nice. So here you go. With a fertiliser, all you have to do is lift the bag up towards the top of the fertiliser and drop in on the top, or beside does work. Jump in the tractor and click refill, and you see in the right hand corner we've refilled it and the bag has gone. So I'll just do another one to show you what I mean. You can place it not on the top, just to the side or to the back, and it does go in straight away. But if you want to do it a little bit more realistically and jump in and fill it up, it's up to you, it doesn't really matter. But it does work nicely, and this would be a nice way of filling up your fertiliser in the field. If you run out, you could bring out a car or the pickup truck, fill with fertiliser and fill it up that way. Same sort of thing with the seeder. So with this seeder I will just open the top covers, and this takes fertiliser and seed. So same thing, I'll do the seed first, pick it up and put it beside and it will go straight in, or put it on the top and then press R inside and that will go straight in. The covers do close every time, so you will just have to jump in and open them up if you wanted to fill up the fertiliser. And just go towards it. On top you can fill it in manually, but by the side it goes straight in. It's up to you how you do it, but it does work perfectly, and it's a good little addition. So that is how to fill up your fertiliser or your seeder. Now with the pig food, you can transport in a varied amounts of ways. So with the mod, you do get this conveyor belt. Now it's exactly the same in-game model, but they have added the pig food, fertiliser and seed to it. So those scripts have been transferred across, and you see a little bit of fertiliser in there. It works exactly the same as the loading cultivator, just it doesn't only work with the root crops, so you can use that in a system of conveyors. Transporting with a wheel loader or front loader, you can see there's a little bit of pig food in there. Now one way you can do it is you could get the bag, lift it up and put it to the side, and it just adds it to the bucket there, as if you split the bag open into the bucket. So that is quite a nice way of doing it as well. Now this truck also does come with the pack. It's exactly the same model as the in-game one, with all the same customizations, cost, price and everything is exactly the same, other than these straps in the back. Now they do cut through the bags, but it is a nice feature, and this does work with any object, so you could load your logs in there. It's basically a lock-in script, and you get the little hand icon come up and you press R, R and R, and now they're all unlocked. So if I pull away, see all the bags will move in the back and jump around quite a lot, like the in-game one. Now if I get out and put the straps on, you can see the little green icons come up, which is handy. Now they're all locked down to the bed of the truck. Now you do have to be fairly careful, as the truck can become fairly heavy as you can load it up fully, and obviously they don't fall out. So when you take the bends, it is a lot better to stop and slow down, otherwise the weight will pull you over. As you can see, it's a little bit bouncy. I've got slightly too many bags in there at the moment. It's best to just keep it to one level, and it's a lot easier to control. So I am just going to drive down to the pig's yard, and I'll show you how these bags can be used to feed the pigs. You can't feed the pigs directly with the bags, which is a little bit of a shame. So you do have to do a few methods. Either use a conveyor belt system, or they can be transferred over into a trailer. So I decided to show you this mod as it's a nice cheap way, an easy way of getting into the pigs. Yeah, this is a little bit overloaded, sorry about that. Pull me to the sides when I'm turning. But yeah, I decided to show this mod as it's a nice cheap way of transporting your pig food or your fertiliser and seed to the field. As Farm Simulator did implement the lifting of objects, they didn't really use it to their best advantage. Obviously it's a lot easier to transport and lift up the small bits of logs when you're doing a little bit of forestry, but these small bags for field work and yard work instead of pallets, I think is a really nice idea, and it all comes error free, so there's no problems there. So now we're at the pig yard. I will just show you a few things. So you just unlock these with keypad R, and then you can lift all the bags up just straight out of the yard, or no, straight out the back of the pickup truck rather, and you can plop them straight in there. And you can do this with all of these, and when you've got enough, the conveyor belt will spit out a little pile there. You can see we've got one there. And this will allow you to put your bags into sheds or into little piles near your pigs, make it easy access, and you don't need a lot of machinery to bring the pallets down here. So we haven't got enough in there yet to spit out onto the floor, but after a few loads it will put out a little bit of a pile. Oh, I've dropped this one. And it can be transported along the conveyor belt and into the shed. So that is not one nice way of doing it. The other way you can do it, which is a little bit cheaper than buying a conveyor belt, is if you've got a trailer free, you can just chuck the bags over the top there, and they will instantly get changed into the pig feed. Some of them do roll around a little bit before they change into the feed, and then this allows you to transport your feed straight into the feeding trough, or you can put a pile onto the floor and do it that way with a front loader. There we go. So that is a nice way of feeding the pigs on a cheap way, as all you'd need is a tractor and a trailer and buy the bag straight from the shop. And as you can see, it comes out and sits in the trough perfectly without any problems. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Modblog, and me showing you a taste of what the liftable bags can do for you on the farm. The link will be in the description as normal, and thanks for all the support on the channel so far, and bye for now.